Hello, and welcome to this overview of VentureSoft UK's Introduction to ISO GPS GD&T, that's Geometric Dimensioning and Tolerancing course. This course has been developed by engineers who work in the industry using GD&T and performing tolerance analysis on a daily basis. The content of the course has also been scrupulously reviewed by colleagues who have over 20 years of expertise and experience in GD&T, so you can ensure that the quality of learning you will get from this course is up to a high industry standard. On the homepage of the course, you have an introduction explaining that this is an ISO standard course as opposed to an ASME or other standard of GD&T, as well as an overview of the 29 lessons covering 15 modules split between lessons and quizzes, so that as you go through the course and you're learning the content, you'll be able to have your knowledge tested to see how much you pick up. We start off assuming there is no prior knowledge of GD&T. This is a purely introductory course. So we start off with why do we use GD&T, and then more specifically, what is it? Going all the way through different types of GD&T tolerances and covering various dimension schemes and datum structures, so that by the end of it, you will not only know what the different tools available within GD&T are, but also some best practices of how they should be used in your model and how you can go about thinking about how and when to apply GD&T to your specific product. Within this overview, we can select any one of these modules. If we start with the course introduction, then we get that same breakdown on the left-hand side, so we can always see where we're up to. And as we can see, we have different completion percentages which update as we go through each section of the modules. This allows you to easily pick up where you left off and know exactly where you got up to last time you accessed the course. The lessons themselves are delivered by our senior project engineer, Sam Cooper. And they're a combination of slides, visual content, and animations that have been developed specifically to talk about each of the individual aspects of the course. Each lesson is presented and narrated by our senior project engineer, Sam Cooper. So as we go through each of the lessons and learn about each aspect of GD&T, we're having it directly delivered rather than just presented to us visually. We have both methods of learning available, and the course is based around a mini lathe model that we have developed specifically for this course, so that we'll not only learn about what aspects of GD&T we can apply, but where on an actual physical component we would likely see them applied, to give a real-world example to every aspect of the course. As we go through the course, we'll have more sections to look through, and here is an example of some of the visual aspects that we use, as well as some of the animations that play, showing some of the variation and trying to visually represent exactly what's going on our surfaces as we talk about the GD&T topics. And these animations apply to every aspect of the course, from the types of tolerances, as you can see here, all the way down to how we should apply datums and what different datum configurations would mean as to whether our components would or would not assemble. The quizzes are set up in a way to be quite varied. So we have some picture-based quizzes. We have some sort of drag and drop. So as we can see, this is not necessarily correct, but we get some instant feedback as to which of our answers are correct, And in some of the more complex cases, we have additional descriptions explaining why the answer is what it is. So you don't always have to go back to the video to figure out exactly what is either right or wrong about the answer that you've given. And these quiz questions are a combination of visual and multiple choice and sort of true or false based answers to vary the validation as you go through the course. By the end of the course, you will have developed your knowledge of GD&T to a point where you can safely start adding all these different aspects of GD&T to a drawing and understand the best ways of dimensioning a part either with or without GD&T.